What's up, everybody? This is Dr. Nick with LVRG Media, and today I wanted to talk to you about why some offices kill it with chiropractic Facebook ads and why some offices really struggle. So I was on a call earlier today and was kind of floored by. I usually don't hear much that I haven't heard before, and I was definitely surprised when I got the answer to this question. So I was doing a strategy session and we were talking about Facebook ads, and he was currently having them run, and he's in Australia. And I asked him how it was going, how are the leads, how many show up, how many end up converting. And he told me that he got 40 new patients per month of people that walk through the door. And I was like, wait, do you mean leads, or do you mean people who actually physically come in as new patients? He was like, no, people who come in as new patients. And I'm like, okay. And I said, how do those convert? And he said, I think he was said 60 to 70% of those turn into new patients. I'm like, well, can't beat that. That's a hard ROI to improve upon. So I was, as we were doing some more talking about his office, and I was doing a little bit more digging into the demographics of his place. He lives in a town of 4,000 people, and it's probably surrounded by another 150,000 that would drive to his location. And in the 40,000 town, there's 3 chiropractors. And I'm like, oh, okay. Well, that makes a whole lot more sense why you're getting 40 new patients a month coming in from Facebook ads, because there's just zero competition. Nobody else is running ads. In the United States, that just does not exist. But I think that a lot of times chiropractors don't get the full story when they're in the Facebook group and they're like, oh, who are you using for Facebook ads? Or, oh my God, I can't keep up with all the new patients. And then everybody's like, oh, who do you use? Please DM me, please DM me. And, it has how this person does has no bearing on how you're going to do. And as someone who has run a lot of Facebook ads in a lot of different areas, I feel like I can pretty comfortably say that there's almost no rhyme or reason to when one place is going to work versus the other. I've seen 2 places that are extremely similar in terms of number of people, number of chiropractors, kind of the wealth of the community. And one place, they have to turn the ads off because they get too many leads. And other places, it's just kind of a slow trickle. And, when you are when you're hearing stories on in a Facebook group or a seminar, you have no idea if they're doing, a free first visit with 9 massages added in. You have no idea, what a massage ad will get you 5 times as much traction as a chiropractic ad, just because people want massage. Nobody really wants chiropractic. They like the results that come from it, but they're not banging down your door to get it. And with massage though, they don't feel like they don't feel like they need to have a problem for it. They just want to come in. So lots of people opt in for those. Lots of people show up. So take everything you hear with a grain of salt when it comes to this office is doing this and that office is doing that, because it all depends on what's the reputation of the clinic, what's the ad spend, what's the offer, what's the service. There's so many variables that go into someone being successful or not being successful when running a Facebook ad, that I would just be careful to go thinking that just because this person did amazing, that you're going to do amazing as well. I have, I've got a lot of insight into kind of the agency world, and a lot of these chiropractic agencies that are selling you guys on services. We're all in, a lot of the same Facebook groups for the different softwares and coaching groups that have kind of proliferated around that market. And, these guys, it's they're just churning and burning through chiropractors. Most of them sign you to a 3-month agreement, because they know that within 3 months they're going to have a pretty good idea of whether it's going to work or not. And it's not like they're doing anything different for you or for the guy down the street. A lot of them have like people in the Philippines running their ads, or just untrained people, because it's so simple. It's it's what I tell chiropractors, like, most of you are smart enough and have enough time to where you could learn how to do it on your own and handle Facebook ads on your own. They're not like terribly complicated. How they work in a larger puzzle, now that's a little, that's obviously more difficult. But the stuff that I see most of these people running, it would not be hard for a generally tech savvy chiropractor to run their own ads. But most of them are, even the ones that are the biggest names that have hundreds of, the reason why they say they have hundreds of clients, it means that they've gone through hundreds of clients. Almost all of them have 30, 40, 50, 60 active clients, because it's hard for them to like keep up the results for any length of time. And if a place is not going to work, they find out pretty quickly, and that doctor does not stick around. So they're just cycling through. That's why a lot of them have to run, there are agencies for chiropractors that are spending tens of thousands of dollars a month on ads just to bring in enough leads to close a certain percentage, to then keep like maybe they get 100 leads, they close 30 of them, and then they keep a third of those past like the 3 months. So it's like a chiropractic office that has no retention. They're constantly having to replace lost clients with new clients, and it's because they don't really have a lot of control over whether this ad is going to work or not. An ad that has worked in other places does not mean that it's going to work in your place. So that's why you need to have a larger strategy, and don't allow Facebook ads to be the all the eggs in the basket. I was talking with another guy. Actually, so this guy and another guy that I had a strategy session with today, both of them said the same thing, that their Facebook ads are doing well, but they're nervous because if it ever stopped doing well, they wouldn't have anything else going on. So they were looking to add those other pieces of the puzzle in, because they knew that they were susceptible to just having that one fishing pole in the water. So don't expect somebody else's success to be your success. Hopefully it works great for you when you run Facebook ads, but only allow it to, again, be one of many fishing poles that are in the water, bringing in new patients on a regular basis. So hopefully that helps, and we'll see you on the next one.